Okay, so in the past 4 days, I have been in 3 multiple offer situations. In 8 offers, my buyer clients won. In 13 offers, my buyer clients lost. And on a listing of mine that needed a complete gut job renovation, I got 4 offers and got an amazing price. My point of mentioning that, the market in March of 2024 is absolutely humming along. So let me backtrack a little bit here. Beautiful people, Andrew the Realtor here with my March 2024 housing update. Moving myself ever so slightly here. An important one this month. Really want to get this out a little bit earlier than my usual months in the past few. 3 major things that I really want you guys to kind of keep an eye on. So first of all, in light of what I just mentioned in the introduction, we're approaching crazy again. Not quite 22, not quite 2017, but heavens, it certainly feels like it sometimes. I'm going to mention some things that buyers absolutely positively must know. If you're looking to buy the market, whatever you might think of my stuff here, maybe fast forward a little bit. There's going to be some basic things in my quick summary for the buyers that you absolutely need to know. Basic, but things you have to do. And sellers being lazy at this market, just because it leans towards the seller, is going to cost you thousands of dollars. I've seen it. And let me give you a few pointers towards the end of the video that you can use right off the bat, be it with me or even with your own realtor. Get on them for this and you'll trust me, you'll thank me. So moving onward. One of the things that I always want to do is with these market updates to provide you with valuable information. It's free, obviously. It's here on YouTube. Hit like and subscribe. I do this once a month. Many of you have watched these, quite a few of these. All killer, no filler. I want to give you guys information that you need. You probably won't get this elsewhere because it's straight from kind of the market, straight off the street, so to speak. So if you have any questions, hit like and subscribe. But listen, if you have questions, my contact information is at the bottom. Give me a few minutes of your time. I'll answer whatever questions you might have. Trust me. So, onward. Here's the inflation numbers. We have yet to hear about the inflation numbers for the month of March, which would actually be the month of February. But this is the pattern. Let me minimize myself a little bit more so you guys could see it. So, this is the pattern. What are the chances that February is going to come up very high, very low? So, here's what we're talking about. In March the 6th, the interest rates did not go up. We have another meeting in April, next month, and let's see what happens there. If, by any stretch of the imagination, the people who make these decisions, who have often made bad decisions, actually think about lowering the interest rates in April, I think it's a bad idea. As much as I would love for the interest rates to go down, I'm sure a lot of you would as well in terms of your own monthly costs. Believe me when I tell you, the market is very hot right now, and any drop of interest rates is going to make it, it's going to overheat it. So I hope, even though I certainly would love to save a little money on a monthly basis, I hope that the Bank of Canada doesn't do anything until June. In June, you can almost guarantee a interest rate drop, which is going to increase the market, but it's the summer, so it won't be as hot as it will be this spring. So that's where we are with the interest rates. Moving onward. Here are the numbers from last a month. So these are important numbers, and I'm not going to go too long in these. I'm trying to keep these shorter, but the information is so important. And you guys, if you're out all in the market, you need to know the actual numbers, not opinion, not all this and that, maybe sort of. No, here are the actual numbers. So the interesting thing, if you look at February 2024, last month versus February of 2023. So a couple of things, very big things right off the bat. You'll notice how many more homes are sold. So very busy month. As a matter of fact, those who have been following this, remember that it was molasses. It was slow as can be for the fall of 2023. And then December hit. And December started to pick up. And at that time, all the smart people whose information I get were telling me, and I was telling you guys, the buying window is closing quickly. The buyer window is closing quickly. Sellers, hold out. Don't give out your house for a low price. And those who listened won, because why? This is what's happening right now. This is February, and March is very much like this as well. Almost 18% up in terms of sales volume over February of 2023. And you'll also notice that the two green circles below that, new listings and active listings, both up. New listings up 33.5%. That's huge. That's a third higher than February of 2023. That's a big deal. Last year, not so busy in terms of sales overall. Look how much we're doing already in only the third month of this year. And active listings, of course, up 15%. That's a big deal. A lot more inventory, but also the sales are up, which means as the inventory is increasing, so is the demand. That's the spring market. Look outside. Have you seen the weather recently? Do you see how mild things have been? It's not much of a winter. Well, we had 2 snowstorms maybe. That tells me the market's only going to continue up because obviously in a snowstorm, things kind of calm down a little bit. It's pretty straightforward. It's by supply and demand, and it's very much weather related as well. Much less convoluted than people make you want to think. So anyway, property days on market, the blue number there is 37, which is slightly up from February of 2023 because we're not quite there yet. But notice the difference on a monthly basis. Look to the right on the screen there, and you notice the blue circle. That is the average price month over month. So February versus January of this year, up 6.9%. please take average price with a grain of salt. In February, undoubtedly, it was a busier month, so more expensive homes probably sold as well, pushing the average up a little bit. But the point is, again, like I was saying last month with that graph that I showed you guys, the numbers are going upwards, not downwards. Please, buyers, note upwards, not downwards. And please note the property days on market. Look at the huge difference of this last month, February versus January. Huge difference in property days on market. What that tells you is things are selling faster, which makes sense if you notice the sales numbers and you notice the average price going up. High demand, high inventory, still being bought out, and property days on market is lower, means things are selling faster. The market, ladies and gentlemen, is heating up big time. So buyers, only serious buyers are going to win in this market. I'm warning you, faithful of the wounds of a friend. I'm trying to be a friend here, telling you kind of the harsh truth. If you want to buy in this market, you got to be ready. I'm going to give you some pointers, very important pointers towards the end of the video, but only the serious buyers. If you're look, you lose. If you're kind of looking around and maybe so what? Sorry, you're not going to get it. Not unless you're in the $3, $4, $5 million range. We have a lot less competition. Sellers, please consider the next steps. You're selling, you will also be buying. Maybe you bought first and you already know how hard it is. Consider the next steps. Knowing the next steps, planning ahead is a huge deal, even when it's a seller's market. Sometimes, especially when it's a seller-friendly market. Moving on. Move myself a bit here. Okay, so summarize all that to keep these a little bit short. Buyers, please note, please listen to this. You can pause this and just look down the list. It's pretty self-explanatory. Please, step one, you must have no more fantasies about market crashes or bubble bursting. I still see this. I'll see an article about something in the market recent. I look at the comments and people still talking about, it's too expensive, overheated market, da, da, da. Yes, the market's hot. These prices are not going anywhere. Affordable housing, not in the GTA. And that's a reality. There are things that maybe the government can do. I'm not big on that, but there are things that some people can do, absolutely. But there's plenty of homes. It's not that we're lacking in inventory. We're lacking in affordable inventory, but that's the way the GTA is. So please, anything in terms of bubble bursting, market crashing, going down, you've seen the numbers. Look at my past few videos. If you have the time, look at them. It's great information. It shows you the pattern of pricing ever since December. The window for buyers is always short. I mentioned that in the last month. So buyers, no fantasies. Please be realistic. Be pre-approved. Next step, you must be pre-approved. Please consider a independent mortgage broker. I'm big on independent mortgage brokers. I'm self-employed. Obviously, it's a big help for me. But for many people, getting a second opinion or somebody who will shop your file around to different lenders and try to get you the best deal in this time might save you thousands of dollars just this year. Never mind, maybe your pre-approval will be higher and you'll be able to offer more on a house and actually win versus losing within reason and knowing what your monthly costs are. All these things are done, but you have to be pre-approved. There's no time for being pre-approved after you went out looking for homes. There's just no time for it. Be ready from the start. You'll know exactly what your budget is. You know exactly what your max is, and do your best not to reach there. A real good realtor will help you with that. Also, no market value. Please, please, please. As things get hot and things are over asking is meaningless. Consider this. If you're looking at any kind of price range well under $2 million, if that's where the kind of price that you're looking in, price range that you're looking in, just consider every listing is $1. Talk to a realtor. If you're working with me, my clients already know that. Andrew, it's $8.99. Is this a real price? Well, after a while, they get to know what the actual real prices are, so you'll be able to do that. But until then, what I do is I show them what's been selling on that street, in that specific area of that kind of home, and that $8.99 was actually 1.1. So how would you know that? First of all, you need somebody knowledgeable about the market, but you also stop assuming over-asking. Asking is meaningless. There's no benchmark price where somebody sets it at that it's over or under. So just assume every listing is $1, ask your realtor, or better yet, after a while, you yourself will know what the price value is of a home in a specific area. I love my clients to know as much, sometimes more than me, about a specific area. Well, maybe not more, but certainly the same information because I try to teach them as the process goes along. So assume everything's listed at $1. There's your asking price. Have a plan. You must, buyer, you must, after having these things, you must, no more fantasies, you must be pre-approved, you must know your market value, how much the homes really should be, and have a plan. One thing is being available. It should be granted that in a hot market, in a busy market like the GTA, buyers who are constantly kind of on the hard edge, on the sharp end of the stick, so to speak, are constantly either busy or let's just do it on the weekend. Listen. When you're looking for a home, it's a big step for your family. It's a big step for yourself. It's a big step whatever you're doing, even if it's an investment property. You must make yourself available. Don't wait a day, 2 or 3, because not all of them have offer dates. And sometimes they do. They'll come a bully offer, and now you'll know, oh, you know what? An offer came in last night, and we took it. Oops. Make use of every advantage you've had. We've had an easy winter. busy snowstorm is a great time. Once the snow is passed, everybody's not in the mood to go out. That's when I tell my clients, listen, can you make it up? I'll drive you. We'll go out there, look at some homes, look at stuff, have an advantage, whatever advantage could be. It's be bad weather, bad timing. Maybe it's a home that is tenanted and it's hard to show. Make yourself available. Your realtor should be available as well. And you guys can see that house that is hard to show. Maybe you get a bargain price. Maybe you get a better price than the rest. You'll have a lot less competition because others who are more lazy and less available won't be able to get in there till the weekend. Meanwhile, you get the house. So be available. Use every advantage you possibly can as a buyer in the GTA. And please, please get an active realtor. You can't wait till the weekend. You can't wait till, oh, well, he's busy. We'll just do a seat in a couple of days. Listen, in a couple of days, the house might be gone. Or you might have already 30 people seeing it, so the next time you're going to have 12 offers on it, and you won't have a chance to get in. So please, available, get an active realtor. That should be obvious, but these things you absolutely have to know. Again, if you don't know this, pause this, look at this. This is your go-to. This is your plan if you're out there buying in the GTA. Sellers, okay, so pricing is very important. You have to be in a position where you understand what the psychology of the buyers are. So buyers, take note of this. Sellers will do this, but I'm talking to sellers now. Some areas, buyers don't have the psychology to go up $300,000, $400,000 above asking because psychologically it's just too much. You can't lower your price that low. You have to be consistent with where the market is in terms of pricing your home, even if you're pricing it low to draw attention and set up a multiple offer. I've done it. It's a normal tactic, very normal. You get a lot of interest. The point is to get the most money for your house. But you have to be logical in it. You can't go too low. You can't go too high, and you have to time it properly. So pricing is very, very important. Offer dates are fine, but think twice about listing low. Exactly what I said in the previous note. Don't list too low if the actual price you want would mean that psychologically the buyer has to come up that high in their price, in their offer. Consider that, and you should have a good conversation with your realtor about that. My clients do. Stop hiring lazy listing agents. Listen, right now, 2024 March, I've already seen cell phone photos. I've seen 1 or 2 photos, ugly pictures. Come on. So what happens is market gets hot and they just start assuming, I just list and put it on the market and it'll get 20 offers, we'll get lots of money. That's not the way the world works. We have to be professionals. I understand that many of us, thousands of us perhaps, are not doing that. But listen, if you're going to sell your home, you're probably your single biggest investment, or certainly one of them. I know I'm talking to some financially independent people here, but still, it's one of your biggest investments. Don't you have a professional who actually knows what they're doing and actually present your home in a proper environment, regardless of its condition? Still put your best foot forward. Professional photos, declutter, clean, the whole bit. I have a whole list of things in my mind and I write down for my clients that they should do. And then we work on what can and can't be done. Still, the main thing being, put your best foot forward. Don't just assume 1,000 people are going to come to your house and make 50 offers on it, okay? Communication is a must. I've had many complaints. I'm not going to mention them specifically, but I've had several people mention very big names, team names in the GTA. You've seen them on television. You've seen their advertisements. They've had complaints about the what? There's no communication. They came, they put a sign on the lawn, they signed some paperwork with me, and then I don't hear from them. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I mentioned the same thing last month. I've been hearing this now. Communication is a must. If your realtor isn't communicating with you regularly, well, maybe a firing is in order. And frankly, they should give up the listing if they have any honor at all. And as always, I mentioned, know your numbers. Know the numbers of where you're buying. If you're buying, know the numbers of where you're selling. And all these things lead to the fact of knowing what you're doing, which of course is something you sit down with your realtor, talk about what the market's doing, have a good, firm grasp on what you can expect. Be a little conservative, always, but know your numbers. That's always a thing. So, guys, that's March of 2024. Hopefully that wasn't too fast. Hopefully I didn't speak too fast. Guys, listen, a little note for you guys. As I'm doing these, I'm working with a marketing company. They usually work with Yorkdale Malls, several big malls. And I'm trying to create a kind of real estate experience. Not just a boring real estate website that nobody ever goes to, but something specific that walks people through the buying process, the selling process. My VIP buying thing, where I actually go out and look for homes that are not listed, not even on the market. Maybe the seller hasn't even thought of selling yet. Maybe they're not even a seller yet. That's where I go out and find specific, especially luxury homes for clients that are looking for that kind of thing. So look out for that. I'm going to start putting you that link as soon as that kind of finished. And so stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, listen, my intent, again, providing you information. This is big. It's very, very important. Buyers, you really need to know this stuff. Sellers, take heed of this stuff. Don't assume anything. Take advantage every time you possibly can. Guys, hit like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Hit me. All it does is just, you're going to have this again next month. It's good information. And of course, my contact information is down there. If you're looking to buy or sell, interview me. Chat with me. We'll talk about what we're going to do. Maybe it's a match. Maybe it's not a match. I'm cool either way. And if you need help, don't hesitate. Give me a call. Even if you're already listed, whatever. I've had those calls. I don't want to, never hesitate. I never intervene in between. But if it's something I can help with, some advice I can give, I'm there for you. So my information is at the bottom. As always, guys, have a fantastic rest of March. And I'll see you in April already. Wow.